Good morning. I'm Kyle Smith, Operations Section Chief on the west zone of the Dixie fire. So I wanted to give you all an operational briefing this morning, and we'll start in Branch 5 and Branch 18. And Branch 18 and 5 is Highway 36 corridor around the Lake Almanora, and a lot of efforts are going on in that area as far as doing mop-up and some suppression repair. Also, some of the supplies that's not needed are actually backhauling them back to supply here at camp, so we'll have them to utilize in other areas of the fire. So momentarily, I want to stop and explain those two terms I use, what mop up and suppression repair is. So mop up is areas within the fire or around the fire line that's got intense heat that needs to be worked on, and we utilize hand crews, equipment, and also such things as equipment as engines and water tenders, so we can supply the firefighters on the ground with that water that it takes to mop up these areas and extinguish these areas and put them out so they won't be a concern for getting outside the line and making this fire increase in size. So that's what mop up is. So let's move on to suppression repair. Suppression repair is a term that we utilize when we're going back and rehabbing the fire lines and the hand lines, trying to get them back to a natural state, putting water bars in them, and just making them look natural so we won't have all that erosion occurs with rainfall and the winter events that occur. So with that, we'll move on to the west side. We'll look at Division Juliet, Kilo, and Lima, and you see this is all this black line. That's in patrol status, and patrol status means we still got resources in there, and then we've not had any issues in that area, and that's why it's in patrol status. So we keep resources in that area to maintain that constant status as in patrol status so we can move forward with the fire till we can get it to a point that we can eventually call the fire out. So we still got resources in all three of these divisions. They're still watching and they see if any hot spots pick up, and if any hot spots pick up, they go in there and mop them up and take care of them so we can keep moving forward and keeping these three areas in a patrol status. Moving on up in here into November and Oscar within the national park. November's looking real good. There's a little area of hand line that they're working around some steep rocky country, and not only are they putting that hand line in, but they're also mopping up that area as they go and making it safe. So moving on into Division Oscar, around Raker Peak area, they did real good in there a few days ago, getting that direct line in between the forest boundary to the north, proceeding south into Raker Peak. Now that they've got that direct hand line in, they're doing extensive mop-up operations. They've got that mopped in, and along with that, they've got hose lays in there helping with that mop-up efforts, and they've got it mopped up 50 to 100 feet in, and we're hoping by tomorrow afternoon, prior to the wind, that we'll have that in real good shape, that it'll maintain its constant footprint during the wind event that we're going to have Friday and Saturday. Moving on up into Division Papa around Old Station, that area is looking real good. We still got crews and equipment in there looking and making sure that stays in a constant status, and we're looking here in the next few days after the wind event to turn that area into a patrol status like it is down here in the three other divisions, Juliet, Kilo, and Lima, that I already spoke on. So moving on up into Sierra, this is our big concern with Division Sierra and also Division Uniform. We've been constantly having spot fires outside the line that we've been having to take action on and get them contained and mopped up. So we've done a lot of effort in here on this Sierra side. You know, some places in 200 feet, which is real good. But from this point up here to the top end of the division break of Sierra, that's 3 miles one way. And that's taken us a lot of time to be able to mop that up effectively. So what we've done, we've brought some active military hand crews from the east zone up to the west zone, and we're implementing them into not only Sierra, but also Uniform to help us expedite that mop-up operation. So moving on over here to Uniform, the same thing here, probably about 100 feet in. We've got it mopped up real well, but we just still got a lot of work in there to move forward as we go forward with this fire. So moving on down south of 44 in this little pocket here, we had an area that flared up about 400 acres a couple days ago. Yesterday in that area, we had a real good day. We was able to get in a combination of dozer line and hand line in that area to get this area cut off. Now they got hose lays in there, and they're mopping it up today and get it secured. So moving on down the rest of Whiskey, that's looking real good. Right through here, it's in patrol status. We still got equipment in there, boots on the ground, making sure that area maintains and is safe. And if anything flares up, we're taking care of it. This little piece right here of Whiskey, right here at the break between Whiskey and Zulu, that's not colored black, and then has not been put in patrol status. There's a series of dozer lines in here that's really, they're still having some issues with hot spots. They're continuing to work them. So if this continues and we make it through the wind event, we're looking to put that in patrol status early as Sunday, hopefully. So the rest of Zulu, looking real good. We've got that in patrol status, and we still got resources in there to keep an eye on that. And if anything pops up in that area, we're also taking care of that as far as mopping up, so we can keep that in that patrol status. And with that, end report.